What is up, YouTube? KM888 here, and I'm finally back with a video for you guys. So this weekend I went to European Championship, and whilst I didn't top, I still thought it was worth it to share my deck profile. The simple reason for that, on day one I went 4-1-2 before I had to go home with a massive migraine headache. I really couldn't play on, and I still had to get home safe and stuff, so I didn't want to force myself to keep playing and then having to go home in the middle of the night, because it was already after 9 in the evening when round 7 was done. But in general, I thought 4-1-2 was a very decent record. If you want to see a simple picture of the deck profile, simple like the deck list, simple picture, go to my Facebook channel. It's down in the description, and you can just see the picture and my matchups, and then you can just decide from there if you want to try stuff out. In this deck profile, I'm gonna go over the cards pretty fast, I think, and if I like small things that I would change, already changed in this deck profile. But I'm definitely going to go further in detail about those small choices. So for the main deck and the extra deck, everything is the same as in the deck profile. So yeah, that's actually pretty easy, right? So yeah, let's put these on the side and go into the main deck first. So for the main deck, I'm playing Punk Adventure Eldlich Synchro. So it's a 60 card build, which seems a lot, but the different engines work together so well, it's crazy. So first of all, we have 3 Foxy Tunes. The card is better to draw than the Xiamen. I'm playing the Faithful, the Adventure engine, so you don't want to normal summon with effect. So Foxy Tune is way better, and you always go into Deer Note with it. Because going to Xiamen with this, there are options that you can do with it, but most of the time you're going to Deer Note. 1 Ogre Dance, 2 Xiamen, and then the triple teleport, your combo star that you want to draw, basically. And that's already it for the Punk engine. It's 10 cards. It's really easy to draw them, and they're just... It's crazy what you can do with it. So let's put these here. Then for the Adventure engine, pretty standard, I feel. Triple Water Enchantress, the Griffin, Triple Right, 2 Faithful, because you want to grind more in a 60 card deck. Seeing this is also an out on itself for Winda, because you can just search the Water Enchantress, discard it, add the right, summon the token, and you immediately get the equip spell, so you stay under 1 special summon with this. Also, like, they can't do, like, in Tier Elements, if they have the Meta Noise, they can't target the token, so you only want to have the token. In that scenario, Faithful Adventure is better to draw than write, which is crazy. And in the grind game, since you're getting rid of Faithful Adventure so much of the time with Magician's Souls, with your Eldlich engine, you actually need a second one, so yeah. And then 1 Draco back. Card has been nuts during the entire event. I'm really happy. And then the 1 Foolish Burial to get to the Water Enchantress way faster. Then the Eldlich engine, 1 Lord, it's all you need. I know DD Crow was in the format, but even if they DD Crow the Eldlich engine, you have so much more engines that also benefit from spells and traps to be able to discard as fodder for draws. Like, you don't mind if the 1 Eldlich is banned. 2 Cursed Eldland, I didn't have the room for 3, else I would play 3, so if I could go to 61, it's probably for a 3rd Eldland. But this wasn't as important as everything else in the deck, so 2 Eldland was just fine. 2 Conquistador and 1 Hakero. You needed the Hakero for Tier Element, so else I would have just gone with 3 Conquistador, but Tier Element is such a big one in the format, the Hakero is just amazing. And then Triple Scarlet, because, well, that's the best one to mill. Then to accompany most of those engines, Magician's Souls, 2 copies, and 2 Illusion of Chaos. Cards are busted. I don't know what to say about this. If you have this with the Eldlich engine, it's 3 pluses. If you have this with the Adventure engine, it's 3 pluses. Like, It's just crazy. These days, you guys already seen all those deck profiles from the top cuts and stuff, I presume. It's more board breakers than hand traps. So you have more spells that you're having into the deck. So even if you see a going second card, Magician Souls, get rid of the going second card, get an additional plus. It's just too easy. It's crazy. Worked so well. And then for the Link Climb and Synchro part of the deck, Triple Sanguine card is the nuts. It's the best normal summon in your deck. If you see this, you can go into instant Halqifibrax with the Arborea, or you can just search a hand trap if you already have something else. Just, it's stupid. Red Rose, Rox Rose, and Basil Rose Shoot, part of the combo. You summon this off Halqifibrax most of the time. It's still really powerful. The one Jet Synchron for the combo, in case you only have Halqifibrax and nothing else. Then you need Jet Synchron, you need an Anima, and then you still have Halqifibrax Dagda, although that's the weakest play the deck can make. In general, you do better stuff. One Fairy Tale Snow to send off the Shooting Riser Dragon. I have to say that if you send this, it's more than often that you can resolve this 2 times or even 3 times in a turn. I'm playing IP Masquerena in this extra deck. I'm playing Forbidden Droplet in the main. So there are a lot of ways to get rid of this again and then just use it again. It's been a crazy card, and it single-handedly won me my Sky Striker matchup in game 1. I mean, for one card to do that, this card should definitely still be banned, I think. And then well, you could discuss the one brick in the deck, the Sight, but I don't see this as a brick, because if you already draw it, then you don't need to go into Dagda, so you need less monsters and less extenders to go into your combo. So even seeing this or milling this from the Chaos Rule, it's all the same. It's just convenient even if you draw it. And I have to say, going first in any game, if you get this off, you win automatically. It's just stupid. And then still a lot of going second cards. Triple Ash Blossom, triple DD Crow. These are my only hand traps. I wanted to play hand traps that are also useful in like in my own turn. Like things like Effect Veiler you cannot use in your own turn, which sucks. You also don't go into Halqifibrax, go into Veiler, go into Celine and access code from there most of the time. And even if you want to do that, you can just go into Jet Synchron, because then you can make Relinquished Anima, which is also a spellcaster, and you still have the same combo. But in general, I just wanted powerful hand traps that can also be used in my turn, and these were the ones that came to mind. Could have gone for Impermanence over Ash Blossom as well, but I felt that the level 3 tuner would have been more convenient in a deck like this, because level 3 tuners are the bones of this deck. You really need those, so yeah. And then you could say Call by the Grave to stop hand traps, but this is used way more for other things. You stop Tear Elements with it, you banish the target for the elf, so they can't go into the toad. It's this card on its own. It's crazy. I do think that this card should be banned. So in this deck already, I have Snow, Sight, and Call by the Grave that I think should be banned. I mean, those things shouldn't be in the game. Sake one-offs. And then for the going second cards, triple Forbidden Droplet. I wanted to play around my opponent's Sight in case they were playing that, and you can't do that with Dark Ruler, because you generally try to do the combo in the standby phase with Baron. So Dark Ruler is dead most of the times. Also, a lot of players are just playing around Dark Ruler. They search the Smashers, they search traps, stuff like that. And if you have Droplet, like, you can play around those and you still negate the targets. And this card has been really great for me. So yeah, I'm not I'm not sad that I was main decking this and not Dark Ruler. Triple Tactics Talents. The card is nuts. I know it's a format where not a lot of players are playing hand traps, but just to have this card, the opponent always does things in their main phase. So in your main phase, so either it's a Toad Negate, an Elf, or any of the 2 elements going off. You can just go Triple Tactic Talents and choose one of the 3 effects to do. If you are going first and you have this, you are kind of hand trap safe, because if they do that, you can just choose any of the 3 effects and do that again. Card has been really good. I even resolved this against Eldlich, where they used Dogmatica Punishment. Send an Entis and then use the Entis. Could draw 2 cards and just finish the game from there, which was really good. And then, yeah, another card that just should be on the list, I guess. Triple Mystic Mine. This has been in a lot of players' main deck for this event. The card, it's just so unfair. And why wouldn't you play an unfair card? I hate... You could say that I hate myself for playing this, but the card shouldn't be in the game. If it isn't in the game, then we can't play it anymore. Simple as that. It's also really easy just to OTK with this, because if you have this, you just lock them out of monster effects, you lock them out of hand traps, and then instead of making a really big-ass board, you just go into Psychic and Punisher and just go swing for game from there on out. It's like, it shouldn't be a thing. But yeah, that was the main deck, 60 cards. This is what I brought to the European Championship, and it's really, I can't say that that it let me down during the tournament. It was really good. It was an amazing deck build. I was happy to be running it. For the extra deck, 15 cards, of course. First things first, Salamangreat Almirage for the Sengen combo. Sengen, go Almirage, Sengen Search, the Arborea, special summon it, and you have Healthy Vibrex. I only summoned it twice during the entire tournament, but having the, like, I needed it. There wasn't anything that I could do about it. I don't think you can cut this. Same with the Relinquished Anima. You can't cut these either because of Jet Synchron and Magician Souls. They can't go into Almirage, so they have to go into Anima. And just the fact that you can summon it in a extra monster zone and just steal a monster is already really oppressive. It often picks up another negate from the opponent, and then its job is like complete. It's also a spellcaster and a dark, so it's great to go into Selene or into the Dark Charmer. It really puts together the extra deck in that regard. Healthy Vibrex, the card is just nuts. I think this should be banned. I wouldn't like it for this deck, of course, but I do think that this card should come on the list. And then release all the tuners again. So we get Glow Bulb and Spore again. Maybe Rika can play even better. But yeah, this card is just nuts. Dagda, Konami, this isn't a problem. Believe me, this isn't a problem card. Just Sight is the problem card, ban Sight. If we don't have this, we just do the same combo, but we send it with Shooting Riser Dragon. And then you can revive it with the Baron. So Shooting Riser Dragon would just become the new Dagda. So just ban the Sight. You summon Shooting Riser during the combo and send Snow. But if things go south, you can also summon it from Healthy Vibrex and then send anything that you need for follow-up. So that's also a thing. And then the TG Wonder Magician. It's a general combo with Healthy Vibrex Dagda, but you don't often go into this because most of the time you try to use Baron to special summon Sight from the graveyard. So you don't really need the Wonder Magician at that point. But there are still combos that you need this, so you cannot cut it. And then the final card that you need for the actual combo is the one Baron the Fleur. Summon this, get Sight, pop the Sight with the Baron, and then standby phase, use Baron to special summon the Sight back. That's the general bread and butter to play around Dark Ruler, Ultimate Slayer, Winged Dragon Frost Fear Mode, Lava Golem. Like, it more than often plays around Super Poly because you don't have the weird kind of same board that they can Super Poly something from. So more than often you end on Fleur, Healthy Vibrex, and a Dagda or an IP. and both the typings and the attributes don't correlate with what they want to do. So like that's also a dead card. So yeah, the Baron, really good card. Then Cherubini, Ebon Angel of the Burning Abyss. If you don't see the adventure package, there is a really easy way with the Punk Engine or with the Sengen to go into the Cherubini and send the Water Enchantress. That way you can get to an additional negate with the Griffin, and you can actually, more than often of the time, still end on your combo, and this card is actually really good for that. Also, you kind of need it for a post-side card that I want to show off, that I've sadly not played on the European Championship, but that you should be playing, so yeah. Chaos Ruler, it isn't mandatory for the combo, but just milling 5 and adding 1 to your hand is super powerful. This is also 2 bodies, so it's easy to link climb with this. I don't think I want to cut it, even though I could. So yeah, that's also a thing. Then there's Dark Charmer Gloomy, Celine, and Access Code. The easiest way to go into Access Code, to be honest. Don't have to say anything you want to OTK. Masquerena and Unicorn. I've only summoned Unicorn 2 times during the entire tournament, and 1 time I didn't even do it for its effect. It was just to link climb to Access Code Talker, so I'm not really sure if I want to keep the Unicorn in. I have a card in my extra deck that I want to swap it out with right now, but I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I just wanted to say that already. You'll see when I get there. And then the final card, Psychic and Punisher. Card is nuts. It's a lot of decks just don't get over it. So that's it for the extra deck. Was also the same extra deck as on the European Championship. So maybe you can cut to a Unicorn. But we'll see. I'll have to see in the future. So yeah. And for the side deck, playing 3 Lava Golems. This card is nuts. I've sided them in 3 times. And against Sprite, I opened 2 of them. So I could go Lava Golem my opponent for 2. And then use this Lava Golem and the IP to summon the second Lava Golem. And then he didn't have any level 2s left for his Smashers. And I could just freely play. Sure, he still had Dim Barrier. But like Dim Barrier on Synchro doesn't do a lot. I can just go with Link plays and then still OTK. So yeah, this was actually pretty good to play. And then the 1 Pancratops. Card came back during European Championship, I've seen. I was also playing it, but I didn't expect so many people to play it. It was almost in every deck list, I think. Yeah, the card is good, so why not, right? Necroworld Banshee with a Zombie World. You can send this from the Shooting Riser Dragon, and then Fluanderees, Rika, they really have problems outing the Zombie World, and even against Tearlament, they don't like it as much, because all their Aquas become zombie, which is really difficult for them. They can still go into other things, and with a field spell they can out this, but then you have your other negates for that, so yeah. This is actually really good. Then 1 card I wasn't playing at European Championship, the Terraforming. I put in Terraforming now because it's both good to search Zombie World just in case I draw it, but it's also great to go for the Mystic Mine, like going second. It's just another copy basically. I was running Token Collector instead of this, which I could also send with Shooting Riser, but to be honest, like Sword Soul is out of the meta. And a lot of adventure engines, like, sure, you can hit that with the Token Collector, but does it really matter? I don't think so. So I went with Terraforming instead from now on. Triple Dark Ruler no more. Even though I find the other ones to be better in the main deck, you still have to run this in case you go solely going second. It's actually really good. Just break all the monster effects, and then you just have 1 or 2 interruptions to keep in mind. Really easy to break boards with this. Even though you don't make game, this could still be the thing that you need to do. And then 3 more that I wasn't playing during the event, but I should have. 3 evenly matched. I was playing a Gamma package, but post the event, I felt that the Gamma package wasn't as great. I've only seen it once and I couldn't even resolve it because everyone still played around Gamma. And in general, I needed this more. There were a couple of back row matchups that were really difficult, and evenly matched would have really helped me with it. The 4th card, because Gamma package is 4 cards, should be the topologic Zero Boros, because it also deals with back row boards. But I maybe want to swap this in over the Unicorn in the extra deck. So I'm not sure as of yet. But I do think the topologic Zero Boros is a thing that you should be playing right now. Especially in a deck like this, because it's really easy to make IP and then use the IP and the Hellcat Firebreaks to go into this. And then you have Snow, or you have a Conquistador to trigger it and just blow out the field. And because you're playing Snow, the banished pile is often really big. You're playing 60 cards, you don't mind. This comes back with 200 extra attack points for each banished card. It goes up really, really fast. So, and it could be another out for things like the Attic Nister Link 6, stuff like that. You already have the Psychic End Punisher and you have the Access Code Talker to become really big. But the third outs, I don't think it would be that bad. And then the final card, I wasn't playing this as well on the European Championship, but I should have. It's the Psychic Life Transfer. I was playing a second Draco back for the back row matchups, but if I would be playing triple evenly in Zero Boros, the second Draco back wouldn't be as necessary. And Psychic Life Transfer just simply would have won me both of my draws. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This card came up during the European Championship on stream, and I saw it and I was like, oh damn, I can also run that. It's really easily with the Punk engine and the Adventure engine, you can make this almost with every opening hand. And if you don't have it in the opening hand, you can easily go into it thanks to the Cherubini. So Cherubini, it sends a level 3 to the graveyard. So if you're missing the level 4, and you have the Punk engine, you can easily go with this, send the Water Enchantress, and you have your level 4 with the Rite of Aramis. You summon the token, that's your level 4. If you're missing the Punk engine, you can just send the Amen to the graveyard, which is your Psychic type monster that goes to the graveyard to banish with Psychic Life Transfer. The Cherubini would be so great for this card as well. So yeah, into real life tournaments, I'm actually going to play the Psychic Life Transfer from now on. It gains life points, which is also important, because if you're going second and you activate Dark Ruler no more, you cannot do any damage. So you have to gain instead. So Psychic Life Transfer gains the life points, and that way you can easily still up go into the duel. So yeah, I should have been playing this side deck, and I think everything would have been better for me. But yeah, I mean, that's not even the biggest point. I still went 4-1-2, 4 wins, 1 loss only, and 2 draws. I think I did well, and I just want to show off this deck profile. I'm definitely going to make another video with the standard combos, but that'll be posted hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. I hope you guys liked the video. If you, like I said, if you want to comment, like, subscribe, go ahead. And if you want to see more of this deck, then definitely shout it out in the comments below. Speaking of shoutouts, Team Card Guild, it's my team. We had 2 players in Top Cut. Check those out, Seaman Keybones and Sean Smith. They're also on YouTube somewhere. I'll post those links down in the description below as well. And I hope you guys like this video. So yeah, ciao!